Hey there guys and gals, Melodic Symphony here. Today we're going to be playing week 4 of Roommates Max and Rakesh. So we're doing good with creative and reflective. In fact, we're kind of equal. I'm a little concerned about that though. Oh well. Week 4, Monday. Let me go back to my not cheat sheet. My non-spoiler free cheat sheet. So apparently I won't need to be doing this event. It's the first time my band's had to practice in a while, and I need to make sure I've got everything. I'm pretty sure I've got it all as I grab up my good amp and take it downstairs. Sally and Ann have been talking in the common room since I started all this. I give them a nod as I pack the amp into my old beater van. I got the van a couple years ago as a way to get my crew to gigs. It makes a good way to haul all the equipment around, too. I pop back into the house quickly, just to let them know I'm heading out. Okay, I think that's it. Sorry for the interruption, ladies. I'm out to band practice. I'll probably be a while, so tell Dominic not to freak out if he hears me coming in late. Oh, finally ready to start jamming, huh? Damn right. It's been a while, so I'm itching to jam with the boys. Sounds like a lot of fun. Well, we've never really heard your whole band do its thing, just you practicing. We were actually just discussing it, and, do you think we could come watch? We don't mean to be intrusive or anything. It's just the kind of thing we don't get to see very often. Hey, listen, the guys are always happy to show off for beautiful ladies, so I'm fine if you two want to show up. Does any of you have a car you can follow in? I don't actually own a car. This town's pretty well laid out for college students, and honestly, I only know a few people who even have cars. I think Dominic has one for going to meetings. I know I don't own a car. Well, crap, that's a problem. I only have enough room in the van for one. Aw, we hadn't thought of that. Yeah, that sucks. How do we decide who goes? I don't know. Is naked mud wrestling off the table? Stop that, Max. What do you think, Ann? Hey, it's my band. Shouldn't I get a say? Well, I mean, I don't want to make it too personal. I feel like the energy at Latin House is really balanced out lately. We're reaching a good equilibrium. Whoa, what the? That's new. Well, he does have a point. We may as well just let him decide. It's his van and his band, after all. Sally gives Ann a questioning look, but shrugs. Okay, then, big shot. Who's it gonna be? Hey, it's not like I'm choosing who's gonna have to give up food for the rest of the year. No. You want the choice? Go ahead. Yeah, you were right. So, who'd you like to bring along? I think I may have stepped in this time. Both of them are looking at me, smiling expectantly, and there will probably be hurt feelings on either side of this choice. Which way to go? I'm going to skip this event. Nope, it's not worth getting someone angry or something, and I don't want to be the cause of a fight around here. And unless they're fighting over me. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. I have to pick up Memphis on the way. Sorry, I'm not going to have room after all. Aw, you tease. You got us all excited for nothing. Sorry, ladies. I promise to come through on all the teasing later. I wink at the girls, and they roll their eyes, but giggle. Bullet dodged, I think. I grab my keys and head out to a normal band practice. This will not stand. Do you hear me? Ugh, jeez, what's it now? Something's got Dominic hot and bothered, and I guess I should see what it is. I poke my head around the corner to see Dominic yelling at Isabella and Rakesh. What is this crap? You've all known about the inspection tomorrow for 2 weeks now. Am I just talking to myself at our meetings? To be honest, yes. I agree that you may be speaking more to yourself than us. Will you two shut up and clean up this travesty? Hey, I had things to do tonight. But we worked so hard to arrange the room properly. Isabella, your plans are canceled, effective immediately. Rakesh, you'll be damn lucky if I can convince them that all the paint around here is for an art class. This is all besides the point. Mouths shut, commence cleaning. Oh man, watching Dushnik throw a hissy fit is probably the best comedy gold I've had all week. I'm tempted to rub it in, though I think if I should show my face, he'll probably try to put it to work. May not be worth interfering. Hell. Even if I have to help out, it's worth it just to stick to Dushnik. Oh man, I didn't even know toilet paper could explode. Though maybe it's just because of all the shaving cream. I'm sure the bathroom will be fine. That smell can't last forever. What? I don't think I've seen someone run off that fast since the last free taco day at the student cafeteria. Isabella raises an eyebrow at me, and then I can't help but crack up. A lot of us start laughing. Looking more closely at what Dominic had been yelling about, it looks like a giant shrine has been built in the study nook. All of the books are strewn around, some with candles on them. Set above everything else on a stack of books is a blown-up picture of Dominic with the dorm rules stapled to it. And it's really a very elaborate shrine. Test papers are strewn about along with colorful streamers and banners that say keep your grades up. It's incredibly messy, but it must have taken them a while to do. It's about the most hilarious monument I've ever seen. What? He doesn't like this? I know, right? Nope. Nope. Isabella said he would appreciate it. Isabella and I high-five as Rakesh simply shakes his head and goes over to start cleaning up the pile. Reluctantly, we go over to help him. With the three of us here, it's not really the most daunting task. And once all the candles are out, we get everything stripped down. Finally, it's just the 5 garbage bags of things that need to go out, and the giant stack of all the books. It's probably going to take another hour just to get all the books put away in their proper place, and I'm sure as hell not going to be the sucker doing that. Alright, one of you come with me to throw out all this crap in the dumpster. The other one could stay and sort out all the books properly. Oh, sure, stick one of us with all the books. What? Seems fair to me. I'm just volunteering, remember? Come on, Rakesh, let's get this stuff hauled out. What? Come on, hot stuff. You can't leave this crap to me. Why not? You think I don't know if you talked Rakesh into this? Ooh, little old innocent me? Never. Come on, let's go outside, and I'm sure we can find something interesting to discuss while we're busy. Man, she really lays it on thick when she's been caught. Nice try. Come on, Rakesh. Very well. Very well. I will grab these here. We grab up the trash bags between us and make our way around the back of the house to the dumpster. And on the way, one of Rakesh's bags breaks and we have to carry it between us to make sure none of it spills out. And once we finally wrestled everything away, we take a breather. I think that perhaps this time you saved me from a great deal of trouble, Max. Thank you. Hey, no problem, man. Isabella's a manipulator, you know? Gotta watch yourself around the pretty ones. I suppose I wanted to get carried away. It was very fun to make. I'll bet. It was some nice work you did there, man. Thank you, my friend. Rakesh throws an arm around my shoulder, giving me a quick friendly squeeze. I'm thinking I owe you for this. I will have to make it up to you at some point. I'm sure I'll think of something. In the meantime, how about if I say not to painting something you don't? Deal? I will do my best, my friend. I think that's the best deal I'm going to get out of him. We hang outside for a bit before knocking off for the night. Hopefully that's clean enough for Douchenik. Do you know which bus goes by the downtown? Do you know which bus goes by the downtown bookstore, Dominic? They've got a really great sale going on, and I don't want to be lugging all the books back on foot. What's this? Little Anne's off on an adventure? I pull my head out of a refrigerator and look to see Anne with 3 empty bags over one shoulder. And apparently she's pretty busy. Pretty serious about book shopping. I have transportation. I guess I could take her. Or I could leave it to Douchenik. He's probably just as interested in the books as she is. Nope, gonna let him do it. I'm no taxi service. Besides, Dominic's probably more than ready to take her, if the way he eyes her is any indication. Nope, I'm just gonna sit this one out. I've got better things to do. Wow, I can't believe it's already Halloween. Did I miss something? Oh, I didn't. I've been so busy with classes, I barely had any time to even think about Halloween. Isabella told me about this party 2 weeks ago, but I hadn't even thought about it until a couple days ago. Hey, Max, you ready yet? Come on, you've got to get there by 8. Hang on, I'm almost done getting changed. Luckily, my keyboardist, Jerry, does makeup as a hobby. He hooked me up with a pretty sweet costume, even if it is a little last minute. This is going to take a few to get on, okay? Meanwhile, I'm going to call Chad and let him know I'm on my way. I'm out in 5 minutes, so don't be late, okay? Isabella leaves, dialing her cell phone. Ugh, I forgot about Chad. Yep, fuck. I'm sure he'll be dressed up as something stupid. I gotta admit, I was looking forward to hanging out with Isabella and whatever hot-ass outfit she chose. Plus, whoever else showed up, but yeah. I certainly don't feel like spoiling my mood dealing with that giant slab of stupid Chad. Now that I'm rethinking if I even want to go. I guess there'll be plenty of eye candy if I do go, and Chad can't stop me from looking. I don't know, whatever. Chad can't stop me. I'm gonna strut my stuff for all the fine ladies. A quick change later, and I head out to the porch with Isabella. Well? Hey, nice. I always knew you were brain dead. I didn't think the rest of you was dead, too. Oh, bite me. Please. Preferably up in my room for the next couple hours. You look damn fine. You don't have to tell me, hot stuff. Now, if only the others would show up, we could get going. As called, I am here. Oh, you dog, you. No, wolf, Isabella. I'm a wolf. It's a saying, Rakesh. You look good, Rakesh. How long did that take? Not long, though the glue I rolled in itches. I'm not sure what kind of fur this is either. That's terrible, Rakesh, but for now you look great, so who cares? Who else is coming? I think you'll like this spell. Isabella leans close to me. Ooh, I like it already. Say it with me. Bippity-boppity. Boo? Now I know I like this spell. You're never gonna get a scare like that, hun. Come on, you gotta sell it. Definitely, because whatever you're selling, I'm buying. Between the two of you, I'm gonna run out of cash. I'll be happy to bleed you dry later, hot stuff. Your costume looks good, Max. Thanks. Is this it? Any other surprises for me? No, this is it. Dominic's hanging back to hand out candy if anyone comes by, and Sally's gone to hand out pamphlets on where to compost your pumpkins. Girl knows how to party. Then let's get going. These two fine ladies in tow? Oh, I'm definitely looking forward to this. Together we make our way down to the party site, another house on campus. 10 minutes later, just in time, we're staring at an incredibly well-decorated house. Whoever did the decorations really went all out. The whole place is covered in cobwebs. I can even see some of the cutouts that look like ghosts in some of the windows. Oh, welcome to you, our most esteemed guests of honor. I presume you are the inspectors we sent for? What? You may call me Butler. We ran the constables to solve the ghastly murder in our quaint dormitory. I thought you were they? No. Well, please come in. I look at the other roomies who all appear to be just as confused as I am. I don't know why he's talking that way, but he enters through the front door and gestures for us to enter as well. I heard it was a theme party. I didn't know it was going to be like this. Hey, as long as I'm with you ladies, I'll play along with whatever weird stuff they want to throw my way. This way, please. Do you mind the corpse? Mind the... And before Rakesh can finish, we've all entered and are standing at the bloody corpse in the middle of the hall. There are about 10 other people here with us, and some of the others are talking amongst themselves about the body. It's actually really well done. It looks very believable. Poor Mr. Body. He owns this building. Well, owned. He donated a rather large sum to this college, apparently on behalf of a student he had a particular fondness for. Actually, it's rather odd, but he'd been filling out these cards when he sent me out. They have your names on them. Butler hands everyone in the room with a card with their name on it. Oh, so that's why we had to RSVP for this thing. I open my card, and inside it just says, "You are Mr. Body's #1 salesperson. You're innocent, but the murderer is out there. At 7, you are refueling your vehicle." Hey, what did you guys get? Please do not discuss the contents of your letter until the constable arrives. We wouldn't want anyone to tamper with the evidence. While we wait, please avail yourselves to the amenities. There is a kitchen down the hall. Studies them that way, and sitting in the room through the door. I expect there may be clues about. I'm sure you'll discover something along the way. So, what's going on? Ooh, looks like you're on the case, hot stuff. Time to figure out who murdered this poor sap. The game is afoot, as it were. It's elementary, my dear Rakesh. Oh, this will be so much fun. Well, I think I know what I'd like to investigate. Down, dead boy. It appears we must solve this dreadful crime. Who doesn't like a good Jeez, I'm struggling right now. Who doesn't love a good mystery? You are way too into this, hon. This may be pretty cool. I think we can go see what I can find in the study. Butler, is there food in the kitchen? Indubitably. I shall take that as a yes and go feed myself. I think I'll see what I can deduce in the sitting room. I think I'll come and find you guys in a sec. Don't keep me waiting, hot stuff. You know it. We make our way, while we are making our plans, so is everyone else. And soon enough, the crowd disperses. Only the butler is left. So, dude, what's really up? Exactly what I have said so far. All right, I'll play along. So what are the facts, Jack? I'm afraid I don't know much. And feel free to look over the body for clues. I'll answer your questions as you'd like. All right, I can work with this. I think I may be surprising everyone tonight. The only question now is where to start. Clearly there are 4 rooms to visit, if I include the main room hall here. There are probably clues in each of them, and not to mention my friends. I guess you should have to figure out which one to visit first. Time to investigate the main hall. After all, there's a body here to look into. I look around the room just to get my bearings. There are some stairs going up here, though that seems to be a bit out of bounds for the game. The main entrance is here too, and the butler appears to have gone back outside to wait for the police. The body lies before me, and whoever did it did a really good job. It's almost like a real person. A real person who's had the back of their skull caved in. The body is wearing a very nice 3-piece suit that's been treated very roughly. Whoever got to him must have had a fight on their hands. There are holes and tears all over. Man was clearly quite well-to-do. A gold watch peeks out from under one of his sleeves. I'm a little hesitant to mess with the body. I don't know if it's against the rules or not. Hey, butler, can I touch this guy? If you think it would help your case, sir, everyone else seems to have gone to search for clues elsewhere. I'm sure the police will be able to put the pieces together if nobody else here can. Sounds good. I take a look at the watch on his wrist, and it's definitely seen better times. The strap's nearly broken off, and the face is definitely broken. A little blood has gotten onto it, and the strap and on the knob on the side. The watch's hands have stopped moving, stuck pointing at 7. I decide to go through the pockets of his jacket as well. That is some weird music. After a moment of rifling around, my hand grasps something. It looks like a key. It's very small, with one of those round bodies like they use in vending machines. So it's probably for a lockbox or a safe or something. This guy doesn't seem like the type to need to get into vending machines very often. Doesn't appear to be anything else of note on his body. Well, brother, it's time you told me what you know. Exactly what happened here. Very well. Here's a sordid tale. I was here when the master returned from work at 6 in the evening. He was certainly planning on throwing a costume party tonight. All of the invitations to you were sent off ages ago. At 6:55, the master noticed that we were dreadfully short of port for the evening. He immediately sent me to acquire more for the night. Obviously, I don't know really what happened while I was gone. I arrived back from the shops at 7:30. I entered to find the hideous scene you see before you. I called the police, of course, but then you all began arriving and, well, you know where we got that from here. Did you hear any strange noises when you were leaving? Any sign of a struggle? If we assume his watch broke at the time of the assault, it wasn't long after you left. No, I don't recall hearing anything unusual as I left. It was actually very quiet. And there was nobody here when you got back? Nope, checked all the rooms and nobody was about. Are there any other entrances or exits? There's a back entrance, but it's now still locked when I checked it. All right. Well, thank you, butler. Of course, sir. I think that's all I'm going to get out of this place for now. Well, certainly a good place to start. Question is, what's next? Study? Oh, nope. That's where Isabella came in. I'm trying to find a sitting room. Okay. Looks just like our common room, but with a nicer TV. It even looks like somebody brought in a small bar. Upon closer inspection, it looks like it got all kinds of juices, but no alcohol. Which means I immediately find it uninteresting. Anne is here on one of the small couches in a corner, writing on a small notebook. A few other people are sitting in various other parts of the room, but they all seem to be nattering about nothing. Come to think of it, I haven't really seen all those other people much. Most of them come in here to discuss things, and it looks like a bunch of them have juice glasses. Oh, come on. Hello, Anne. Hiding out in here, huh? Oh, maybe a little. I have my reasons. Oh, speaking of reasons, maybe we should talk about your story here. Come on, let's talk about you for a while, huh? Okay, Mr. Sleuth, what would you like to know? Well, how did you know Mr. Body? Oh, I only met him a few months ago, actually. I didn't really know him very well. He hired me to write his memoirs, you see. Do you think he had an interesting enough life for a book? Interesting enough life for a book? I mean, was his company that successful? I've heard of a few Fortune 500 types putting out their stories. Was it like that? Well, yes, exactly like that. Apparently he heard a few of my books before, and he wanted me to write a ghost story. What? Oh, he wanted me to ghostwrite his story. Have you read any of his books? Oh, sorry. Have you read any of my books? I wrote the Starlight Sally series that everyone was reading a few years back. I also wrote A Spy's Game is Murder, which you might know. Do those books even exist, Anne? I didn't know you'd written anything. Max, I'm in character here. Get into the spirit of it, would you? I swear I'll put a hex on you. Okay, calm down. So you wrote some really well-known books then? Yes, a lot of fantasy and fiction mostly. I told my publishers I was interested in writing some nonfiction. When he mentioned that Mr. Body was a big fan, I thought it would be my chance. How's the book coming along? Oh, it was fine. It was an interesting subject, certainly. Anne can't move my eye as she says this. She stops just short of making a disgusted face. Didn't exactly make for a page-turner, huh? Oh, no. I can make any story interesting. It's what I do. Did you know that Starlight Sally and the Bugmen of Xanadu was really just a story about an ant farm? #1 on the New York bestseller list for 7 weeks, and it could have easily been written on a 3rd grade science report. That's how good I am. Huh. And did you have a lot of doctoring on Mr. Body's story? Well, how could I? It was nonfiction. Anne has gone back to writing in her little notebook. Just notes on this case. If you don't hurry, I'm going to figure out the culprit before you. So where were you at 7? You can ask the bartender at the Dog and Biscuit. He'd probably be the only one who could tell you how many I'd had, since he's the one that cut me off. Wait, what? Seriously? Max! Oh, right, character. Sorry. Look, I don't have a drinking problem. I drink, I get drunk, I write books, no problem. Good one. Okay, one last question. Take a look at this for me, would you? I show Anne the small key. Isn't that the key to one of his office safes? How would I know? I found it on his body. Well, it looks like it. I saw him use one in his office once. He said he kept personal files in it. Then he gave me a stupid wink he always gave me when he thought he was being clever. Probably he had some dirt on someone he was keeping in there. He probably had his fingers in a few dirty pies. He always teased that stuff out, but never gave any actual details to write out. Oh, it was Rakesh. Okay, because he's got blackmail on Rakesh. I suppose he thought it made him mysterious, but it was really just tedious. So he kept illicit files in his office safe. Allegedly. You certainly didn't hear anything from me. Well, thank you for your time, man. I'll let you get back to writing your case notes. Let me know if you come up with anything. Well, we'll see. Good luck, detective. I'll be interested in seeing if you get this one right, Max. Anne looks at me appraisingly. She's really into this stuff. I think she's enjoying the intellectual challenge. I give her a little bow and head back out. As I return to the main hall, I pass by a couple of the other guests in this murder mystery. I hear a quick snippet of their conversation. I heard he was going to write a book about his memoirs. That would have been so boring. Hopefully he had a good editor to spice it up. I wonder if he did have that editor. Well, anyway, that's another room down. Only question now is where to go next. Butler, gather the people. I think it's time we closed this case. Very well, sir. It's gotta be Rakesh. The little guy runs off to grab everyone while I collect my thoughts, and once everyone's gathered around, I stand next to the body while I eye everyone. Someone in here thinks they're pretty clever. Someone thinks they've pulled the wool over my eyes, and somebody didn't count on exactly how smart I really am. I've seen the evidence. I've seen the evidence. I've talked to some of you very in depth. Isabella winks at me, and the others look around at each other, sizing up what I'm going to say. And now it's time to bring this little game to a close, with me as its winner. And it's quite clear to me now. I watch Rakesh standing in the corner, shifting a bit nervously. He looks at me and smiles. I take a deep breath and start. It's not difficult to see. An elaborate party, a bunch of invitations with pre-written messages. A convenient excuse that would seem to put them out of the house at the time of the murder. The murderer is clearly the biggest liar here at this party of liars. The one pulling the wool over our eyes from the very start, the butler. After all, can anyone corroborate when you were there, where you were when you say you were out for supplies? You probably did leave, only you did it after killing Mr. Body. What? I didn't do anything. Tell it to the cops, chump. I walk over to Rakesh while the others mob the butler, asking him a million questions. He doesn't look at me, and his eyes focus on the mob around the butler. I have a feeling that you know you are not correct. That was one key you didn't find, wasn't it? When you took the rest of the keys off his body. Yes, he hid it well. I wanted to out his life. Now I will be, and it is all thanks to you. Hey, I'm always looking out for my bros. I would never throw you under the bus, Rakesh. Rakesh looks at me with an appreciative smile. I appreciate that. Woot! Ugh. Fucking mouth is sore right now. I don't know why. I talk for a living. Finally, the butler frees himself from the grasps of the other players. I'm sorry, Max, but you are incorrect. And unfortunately, that's all the time we have. I want to thank you all for coming out to the Alpha Theta Rho Fraternity Murder Mystery Evening. If you would like, please feel free to join us for a party proper at our house. Everyone claps loudly for the butler, who takes a bow, and people start heading out the door. Latin House roomies gather in the lot. I can't believe how much fun that was. Did you see me in there? Definitely. Clearly you need to channel some of that all the time, man. Oh yeah, you were definitely working it. She wasn't the only one. Well, hey, if you got it, flaunt it. Though I can't believe they made me the other woman for some skeezy old businessman. Well, if the shoe fits, watch it, jackass. Everyone laughs as Isabella starts chasing me around, threatening to bite me. That was a lot of fun, to pretend to be someone else for an evening. Isn't that what... Well, I suppose that's what Halloween is all about, yes? I suppose that's very true, Rakesh. Nice work. Well, now that I'm done pretending to be a sexy office worker, I think it's time to pretend to be a drunken vampire. Who wants to go get some research material? Nah, here. Are you really just gonna pretend to be drunk? Everyone just stares at Rakesh for a moment before we all head off, laughing to the frat house. Okay, that's the end of that one. Jeez, it's a long episode. They always tend to... No, Halloween one always tends to be, and it's kind of just upsetting, so whatevs. 28 minutes, there we go. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!